Because of how home prices grew in the last few years, you may think that now is a really good time to build a house. But in this video, I'm going to tell you guys why right now is actually not a good time to build a house and how you can actually lose a lot of money if you decide to build a house today in 2025, unless you are a big home developer. So let's not waste any more time and let's dive right into today's topic. So what you have to realize is that building a house right now versus before 2008 is actually very different. See, back before the 2008 crisis, my dad was building homes. He was very successful with it. And the reason why he was so successful with it was because labor and construction material prices were very cheap, while home prices were actually the same prices that they are right now. So the same house that was worth, for example, $500,000 back before 2008 is still going to be worth the same amount right now, except for the fact that construction material prices and labor prices were so much cheaper back then. So it was so much worth it to build homes back in the time. And that's what you have to realize, that right now, everything is so much more expensive. Inflation, I'm not just talking about gas prices and food prices, although that definitely leaves a lot of reasons for home prices to be much more expensive now. But I'm talking about the construction material prices and labor prices. Like I said, it is so much more expensive to build a house right now because construction material prices and labor prices are up 100, 200 to even 300% from before 2008, while home prices are still not much higher, if not the same as before 2008. So it's very simple to understand this, and this is exactly why it's not worth building a house in 2025. Now, if you built a house or started to build a house anywhere from 2018 to 2020, then you were definitely very successful with it, because if you decided to hold that house that you built in 2018, 2019, even 2020, because at the time, construction material prices and labor prices were very cheap as well. But after COVID, everything skyrocketed. So construction material prices went up like crazy. Labor prices went up as well. And I'm talking 50 to even 100% from 2018 or 2019. And they're going to continue growing as well. And even in late 2020 and 2021, when construction material prices skyrocketed due to the lack of supply, people were still buying land and building homes. And the reason to that is because at the time, land was so much cheaper. Of course, it was cheaper to ultimately build this house, but because of the shortage of construction materials, we had certain materials like lumber and drywall prices go up like crazy. Just a single 2x4 8 feet costed $8.50. That's the maximum price that I saw back in 2021, while the normal price for that 2x4 before that and even now would be around $3.20. Right now in my area, the 2x4 8 feet is $3.46. So you can see just a regular 2x4 went up nearly 200% during that time because of the lack of supplies. And the same thing with all the rest of the lumber prices, plywood, 2x8s, everything like that. It was so expensive, but people were still building, developers were still building, and honestly, right now it's a little bit hard because if they're trying to sell that house, they put so much money into that house that it really isn't that worth it actually. But like I said, not just lumber prices went up like that, but so many other construction material prices went up just because of that shortage. So in my opinion, these home prices are still very cheap, and I think that they should still be going up from here. But of course, this does definitely cause a lot of concern for people trying to actually buy a house and unable to buy a house because they're very expensive. Of course, interest rates are very high right now, so it's becoming very hard for people to actually afford these homes. That's for sure a big issue. However, theoretically, if we are thinking about this, home prices are still very cheap right now, and they should still be going higher than they are right now. Whether that is going to happen or not, I'm not really sure. I do think that they're still going to keep going up at a slow and steady pace that they have been doing for about this last year. But is the same house that was worth $500,000 in 2007 $1 million right now? I don't really know, and honestly, I don't see anything pointing towards that because we are still very, very far away from that to actually happen. We are still very far away from houses being worth 100% more than what they were before 2008. So it's very interesting to see what is going to happen, but I think that home prices are still going to be slowly and steady going up. And also, if you really take a look at it, interest rates are really high right now, but that is still not stopping people from buying homes and selling homes. There's actually still a very low supply of homes, which is of course going to drag their price to go higher. So what can we expect as soon as there are some more interest rate drops is for those prices to go up even more and for so many more buyers to start going into that market and purchasing homes, which Of course, there isn't a lot of supply, so that is definitely going to keep driving the price even higher. But that is going to be it for this video. I really hope you guys found this video informative and interesting. I myself am very interested to see what is going to happen in the near future with these home prices and with this whole entire situation that we are in right now. If you guys did enjoy this video, it would really help me out if you guys dropped a like on this video and subscribe to my channel for more content like this. And I will see you guys in the next video.